Going to go over 5 different kettlebell movements in a circuit I like to call the gauntlet. It's a very difficult circuit. The moves are very involved. If they're done improperly, you can hurt your back, you can hurt your shoulders. So I'm going to break down all these 5 movements and go over the burpee so you can have a nice safe workout when doing the gauntlet circuit. First move is a clean and press. Whenever you pick the bell up from the ground, you should always have the bell at least between your feet. I like it behind me. So I'll move up on the bell a little bit. Now it's behind my heels. That's going to force me to push through the posterior chain and through my glutes, through my hamstrings to get that bell up into place. If I pick it up in front of me, too far in front of my toes, it's impossible not to use too much of your low back to pick that bell up. So safe lifting right from the start. Clean and press, point your thumb backwards when picking up the bell. You're going to have a nice little spin up here into rack position. Rack position, the thumb should be on your sternum. You're going to have a nice 45-degree angle here on the forearm. The bell's touching my bicep, my forearm, and my chest because I'm holding that arm in as tight as I can. Right here, my core is supporting the bell, is also the primary mover here, or primary holder, to stabilize this bell. If I'm having it out here, my elbow is going to take too much of this weight. It's not good for your elbow. It's also taking away from the exercise because this is the hardest spot to hold the bell. Holding it in here at this 45, it's always a little bit easier to hold it out. This is designed to make it a little harder on your core, so you want to hold it in tight. Thumb to your sternum, wrist, hand straight with the forearm. And from here, I can do a press, solid press, bicep to my ear at the top, or I can do a push press and get it up there. That involves a little more muscle to get that bell up there. Your shoulder gets a little more help. You're going to use every muscle from the ground up to get that bell over your head with the push press. Now we'll get a little more involved here. Clean and press. Clean, rack position, push press to the top. Clean, press. So from a side, hand-to-hand swing to switch it. You're going to see I'm really going to try to keep my knees back as much as possible. When I drop that bell through my legs into the swing, I'm going to really lean forward, snap it back into place, push press up the top. Clean, push press. Nice and tight rack position here. And when I put the arm to the top, I can't see it anymore in my peripheral vision. That's going to put my shoulder in full extension here. Bicep in real tight. Clean, press. The next movement is the high pull. When I bring that bell up, I want to pull that elbow back as far as my body will allow. This will promote flexibility through the shoulder, but also gives full range of motion. I'm going to pull my elbow back high and back, retracting my shoulder blade. Hand-to-hand swing to switch it over for the high pull. Pull it up nice and high, very quick. Very quick ballistic movement here. I don't want to try to hold the bell up here too long because the bell will drop. If that bell's dropping and not staying in a straight line with your forearm here, then you're doing something wrong and your back and shoulder are going to work too hard. Everything works together here. You are kind of targeting the back more than anything, but every muscle is going to help get that bell up into place. Nice smooth transitions, keeping that bell in that pendulum, that nice arc by hand-to-hand swing, helping the flow and taming that bell. The next move in the circuit is a snatch, all the way up to the top. You've got to commit to get that weight up there. This is probably the most involved kettlebell movement in the circuit. When I drop it, I let gravity take it, I rip it right back up. I'm going to pull that up as fast as I can. Anytime I have the bell over my head, bicep to my ear. So I can't see my arm anymore. That takes the weight off your stabilizers for the most part and puts it right on your deltoid. Lat is going to hold that bell. Always keeping it strong. Abdomen, belly button in, shoulders pulled back. So snatch. Keep that bell in nice and close on the way up and rip it up. Hand-to-hand swing to switch. Keep my weight back. Snatch to the top. Fast as I can get up there, the better. See this big snap. Primary mover is going to be the legs, always. Snapping everything together, everything's tight at the top. Snapping all those muscles together as quick as I can. Snatch. So, fourth movement, box squat. Keep that bell in nice and tight, 45-degree again. Rack position is always 45, one arm. Bell in this nice V here. Bicep, forearm, and chest are holding that bell or in contact with the bell. Squat. Elbow has to come away just a little bit to balance, but I'm going to stick my weight back on those heels as much as I can. My toes come right up off the floor. No reason to put weight on your toes here. They're just for balance. Down. From the side. So I'm going to shift my weight back as much as I can. I'm retracting my shoulder blades. Nice flat back when I go down. No arcing, no turning that back forward. Down. And always hand-to-hand swing to keep that flow with the bell. When that timer goes off, to switch to the other side. My other hand is out there for balance. You can also develop a little bit more power here if you're flexing this arm out. Last movement in the gauntlet circuit, nice bent over row. The hardest way to do this is to have both feet pointed forward. That's going to make me work harder for the balance. You can turn your foot like this, but you're still going to have this leg locked, and you're still going to have both feet nice and flat on the ground. You have to have them flat. If you come up on your toe, a lot of weight's going to go to your low back, and that will cause a little bit of discomfort after a while, especially if you're going fairly heavy. So both feet are nice and forward, flat, and I'm going to pull up. So you fight for that balance when I twist, rocking back and forth. All you're going to do is switch sides, both feet forward again. You don't have to touch the floor with this. I'm going to roll up, nice little twist. We'll make it a little harder, and I can turn my head as I turn my body. If I don't want to touch the floor, I'll just be here, staying really strong in the shoulder pack position, lowering it slowly. This is a movement that's great right before the burpees because you can kind of slow your heart rate down a little bit more before you spike it. Burpees, you can do the push-up if you want. I think the most important thing is strong shoulders, tight belly button when you go down. So I'll plank out straight, staying strong here. Back up and jump. Add the push-up in. All you're going to do, drop down, push up. And that is the gauntlet. Good luck with it. It is tough. If you can stay with the timer, full 21-minute workout, you're going to be doing real well.